This is such a random idea and truly coming from thin air because I was in the middle of doing something that I do all the time. And I was like, wouldn't it be fun to just record this to like itch to scratch that I have in my brain to like make a video for something? And I've been telling a lot of people that I was going to start using my abandoned podcast mic. Hold on, I got a cough. I'm not sick, I'm congested. If you've been around me in the past 2 weeks, you've heard that a lot of times. Your girl hates the season changing. The dry air is really fucking me up. Okay. But here we are in November, first Monday in November. And to know me is to know that every single month, I'm going to change my phone wallpaper. I'm going to change my iPad wallpaper. I'm going to change my desktop wallpaper. I'm probably going to change my profile pictures. I'm going to delete old pictures from the month that I don't need, old videos, because I hate digital clutter and I hate monotony. So I like to switch things up. So I thought it'd be fun to just record me for like 10 minutes doing that. I've already kind of jumped into it. So I have a pretty good idea of what I have going on. So I'm going to share my screen and hopefully she also records. Let's see. Got it. All right, gang. What y'all seeing? What y'all seeing? I have no clue what y'all are seeing. But if you're seeing what I'm seeing right now, let me see. I have no clue. We'll see. We'll see. And perfect. This is what y'all see. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. So I was in the middle of picking a new profile picture for work. And I'm not gonna tell y'all where I work, but like whatever. But this girl a couple weeks ago changed her profile picture to that like Bratz doll with the crazy hair. And I was like, wait, new inspiration in my monthly like revamp of my media presence. I'm just gonna start changing my profile picture to a meme that I find funny or expresses my mood for the month or the week. Who knows? So I've been in the process of that. And you see him going funny meme. And one thing about me, I love a Pinterest board, honey. So I created a Pinterest board called Silly Billy of all the possibilities of my profile pictures. I had to stop myself because it was getting a little outrageous. And I do have like decision paralysis when it comes to things when I have too many options. So we're going to leave it here. We're going to cut down from this. But of course, I'm drinking coffee. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that the iced latte game has been for me. Now it is getting a little cooler, so I do need to switch to hot coffee. So I'm trying my homemade blueberry syrup in a hot latte today. And she's hitting. I think I could have put more oat milk in it to make it a bit more frothy because I like a latte, not iced coffee. But yeah, got our boots on the ground this morning. I'm gonna show what I think are like my top three options. I think I'm going more silly. I can't decide if I want to do something that everyone would know. So let's go line by line. In this line, these right here. Let's go in this bottom row. My number one favorite would be this little girl. I cannot think of her name. Jesus, bear with me. But out of all of these, I don't know. This one is hilarious, but I think people would think I was like a bit insane. Top pick, number two pick. In the next line of Needy, Cynthia, Cardi, That Judge Show, Kirby, Hold On, Wait, and Serena. I think either this one or Cynthia scratching her head. Those would land, you know? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Last row of everybody else that's left. I am leaning towards Whitney Houston here, just because I think that meme is hilarious. So in that 1, 2, 3, 4, I feel like I just killed somebody, but whatever. Oh, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top five. Let's go to top three from here. I think I'm gonna deduct her. Right. So we're gonna go Cynthia, Whitney Houston, little girl. I can't remember her name, but I do follow her mother on TikTok, so I do see them a lot. Or little Duckiana. I am gonna remove Duckiana just for the purpose of staying black. I'm really letting y'all into my thought process. That's kind of crazy. It makes absolutely no sense, love. Absolutely no sense. Okay, I'm either gonna go Cynthia or the little girl. I am gonna save both of them, unless they. Ooh, see, that's the better Cynthia one. Look at Tracy Ellis Ross. I do want to save that one because the week be like that sometimes. And this is where I really put myself up is I start looking at all the other choices. And then I'm like, wait, but I love this one. Is anyone worried about their health? But I don't know if people would get that at work. Okay, stop scrolling. Okay, in between the two of Cynthia, I think I do like this one more. But then I'm like, will people get that? Will people get that? But like, do I care if people get it? No, I don't. Okay, let's go back to Silly Billy here. And it's still between, LOL, Rolly. I forgot I saved that one. It's still between Cynthia and the little girl. Wait, I kind of like the little girl. I am going to save her. And see, here we are again. Me looking at all the other ones I'm going to save. Not Respush. Who put this green on Kirby? That's not I'm gonna like sue for I don't even know what you sue for in this case. I can't see around my thing because of how the so I'm moving this. Shut up. Because I'm using my phone to record myself. Because the camera's better, but whatever. Let's download this. And then that'll be my new profile picture for work. I have not decided if I'm actually going to change my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. But let's switch over to wallpapers. So I've already been looking through some wallpapers, and I typically like to do either a funny meme on my phone, either a funny meme, a picture of my animals, or a really high def, like floral image or like landscape image. Now, let me let you in on my mind. As I was scrolling, I think I like clicked on this and then I saw this. And I was like, guys, that looks like Noodle. Does it not look like the Nudie girl? And I was like, wait, I would love this image with my animals in it. So a bitch like me do be using ChatGPT to create images. I'm so sorry. But I do Google everything else that I feel like is Googleable, or I'll like look for a better source. I'm not asking ChatGPT to do too much, but I will not lie about once or twice a month she is create images for your girl. So this is what I came up with. So I asked ChatGPT to create an image like image one using the image from image two. It gave me this, which I think is the funniest ever, but it still has their Halloween scarves on. So I was like, make it fall theme, not Halloween theme. This was good. But then I was like, the glasses make it funny. They added the glasses back. Now, my issue with this is Noodle has on black glasses and she's black. So I want her to have on like green glasses. Make the black sunglasses green. And we're just going to let her do her thing because eventually ChatGPT is going to tell me I put in too many images for the day. So we're just going to take whatever they give us next or resort back to this one. And that will be my probably my phone lock screen for sure. And then as far as my phone home screen goes, I think I'm going to stay in the camp of fall and either do this fall, like warm colors. I'm either going to do this green because that's fun or one of these floral images, I do believe. And probably more leaning towards fall, but this looks AI generated. Those don't look like real flowers. So, y'all, none of this makes any sense. I'm probably going to stick with that green. So, and here I am looking around. La, 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 la. Anybody better than what I'm choosing? It's like I don't want it too bright because fall. But I don't want it too dark because spooky. So I think I am gonna stick with this green. Actually, let's go ahead and save that. Thank you. And that'll pretty much do it for my phone. Let's see if this image is not created. Awesome. So now let's think about our iPad. Y'all, this is the silliest I've ever done in my life because like what am I doing right now? I do love a little collage. Let's say, let's go back because I have a feeling I already have some saved. It's like the iPad really does kind of throw me off because it's like I want to keep it cute and fun, and I typically do like a little collage. Quality of it can throw me off sometimes. Like this is cool, but like not cool enough. This is cool, right? So I'm gonna say that, and then see now we're getting black. Now we're getting black. Now we're getting black, and that's what I'm looking for. See what I'm saying? I like this, hilarious. Quinta, hilarious. Black Coochie Matters, hilarious. I'm gonna go with. I am gonna say this because Quinta Beyonce. There, I do love these little cartoon ladies. I always love the scenes that look like this. There's a dog whimpering outside of my window right now, so please ignore. One more, and then I gotta get out of here because I've stopped, and it'll be 2 hours later, and I'll still just be saving wallpapers to a Pinterest board. No action taken. Back to screen time. I do really like this one. So I probably will stick with this for my iPad because I just think that is weirder. And it's not too weird. So if somebody sees my iPad, they're not like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And if I'm going to use that as my lock screen, I would love like some kind of bluish home paper to kind of bring out the blue here. And typically I do love a little aura picture. That's fucking fire. I will be saving that for another time. So here's where we go. Blue iPhone wallpaper. Right. From here, like that's a vibe. I love that. That's a vibe. That is probably going to be this one because it fits with like the whole DJ of it all. Now all I need is a desktop wallpaper. And I typically like my desktop wallpapers to be funny. So I go funny meme desktop. I don't know if I spelled that right because I can't see past my phone, but we're gonna see once I type about it. I like to do funny desktop wallpapers for when I'm on my work calls and I share my screen. And I want people to be like, oh my God, you're silly. I love this one. Would be perfect for work. I've been saving a lot of Shrek stuff, so it has been. This one's hilarious. It has been a lot of Shrek recommendations. This Elmo is hilarious. That one would be hilarious. To put my cat in. So I'm gonna save that one for another time. One more just for shits and gigs. Hey, one more just for shits and gigs. Hey, one more just for one more just for shits and gigs. Hey. Anyway, my window is open, so if anybody hears me, you're welcome. I do like this one. I think that one would be hilarious. Okay, so now we got to make it izu. It would izu. Right. That's enough of that for now. We're going to stop sharing. Okay, so we're back here. I am going to show you all the finished screens in just a second, but I'm just going to yap for a second. I hopefully will keep this up because I keep telling myself and other people that like I just want to start recording myself talking to myself for like 10 minutes a day and post them on YouTube with truly no purpose of people watching them. I mean no intention of people watching them, just more so like a visual diary for me and just silly goofy me. So let's do like a fast recap of my past week and then every day after this or every week after this. I haven't decided if it's a daily thing. I'll just do a quick update. So it's Monday, November 3rd in this hoe. My last week has actually been insane, love. I flew from Savannah. I live in Savannah, Georgia. I love to call it Savannah to Atlanta last Friday to go to one music fest with my bestie Westie for the resty, no testies, P Richie, you know, my girl, my squirrel, my everything and more. We went to a really cool hip hop R&B music festival in Atlanta. Um, of course, there were headliners, but I don't think neither one of us cared that much about the headliners. We cared about the girls that we came to see. So on day one, again, I'm not sick. I'm congested. Right. The first day, we were kind of killing time because the main person we wanted to see was Kaylani because Kaylani. So during the day, we saw Flo, not Flo Millie, Flo, the three It girls. And you know, I almost bought tickets to their concert, like their tour last year when they went on tour. And I'm so sorry, girls. I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't. I don't know if it was them outfits, and I'm pretty sure the outfits were lacking because they have not paid that lady for that costume design she used to do for them or like their stylist or whatever. They looked like they didn't even talk about what they were each going to wear before they came on stage. One of them had on Balenciaga boxers that were cut that looked like a skirt. It looked like the boxer brief materials, but it was a skirt, like tights and a crop top. I'm pretty sure Georgia had that on. I can't remember the girl that's not Renee or Georgia. I can never remember her name. So sorry, love, you're beautiful. But she had on like alternate preppy schoolgirl attire, you know, like a cute little pleated skirt. Look at Birdie. A cute little pleated skirt, and like a baby tee and fishnets. The only thing they had in common was fishnets, but Renee didn't even have on fishnets. She just had on like a top and a skirt. I don't know, and it was black. So maybe black was the thing, but maybe it was not working for them. And I think out of everyone I saw perform, they had the least amount of stage presence. Like I feel like my friend and I kept saying, like, wow, they need to like phone Tiana Taylor. Like, I think that's y'all's only this cat is actually going crazy. So if y'all see her behind me, I'm so sorry. Going crazy. But yeah, call Tiana Taylor, girls. I can't talk about this too much longer because I don't care enough. And then I don't remember who we saw after that. Oh, we saw like this like ladies in hip hop or session. And Ken the Man killed. Ken the Man went first. Ken the Man probably should have gone last. Like she alone had more stage presence than Flo and almost every other person in that conglomerate of rap ladies to come out. Because after Ken the Man, I can't remember who came out next. I think the girl that does I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. Her. Don't know the name of that song. Don't know her name. And she did another song that I didn't know was hers, but you couldn't pay me to sing it. That y'all, Birdie is really on one right now. But anyway, and then after her, the girl who does high me up, high me up, high me up. She is from the same hometown as Paige, so of course we had to go rep her set real quick. She had more stage presence than Flo. And then last and least in that group of women that came out, Rashida. Who told Rashida she was a headliner? And I'm gonna blame that on TikTok. I'm gonna blame that on my For You page because that was not a brick that I placed. It gave like 4 or 5 out of 10. Miss Ma'am was out of breath before the first song was over. After each song, she was like, we got billions of streams. We got billions of streams off of this one. They better act like they know. Babe, the song's been out since 2006. I would hope it has at least 100,000 streams on it at this point. And what sucks, and like pretty much validated that everybody was feeling the same way. People were leaving before she even came out. People were leaving in the middle of her set to go get ready for the next set. I think the next set was Boosie. I don't support that, so I did not leave. But I did post up for the 2000s R&B set. And let me tell you something hilarious. Hilarious. I didn't know RSVP. I don't know if the girls have ever heard of her, but Ray J, Sammy, Bobby Valentino, Pleasure P. One of these things is not like the other. Ray J. And I be trying to give Ray J his little ones and twos because people do negate that he is really integrated in Black culture. Like Ray J is a part of a lot of iconic Black things. So it's like, as much as he, I think, lives to embarrass his sister, you cannot negate that he is hilarious and he's a big part of Black culture. And you can never negate that One Wish is a motherfucker. But they essentially do like a versus battle, 2 songs each for about 30 minutes. Ray J sings Kiss Me Through the Phone. Before he sings Kiss Me Through the Phone, he's like, hey, y'all, I just got off a plane, but I couldn't miss it. It's Atlanta. I had to be here for my people. Mind you, this man is definitely drunk. Yeah, he's a little tipsy on. He does the chorus of Kiss Me Through the Phone. Everybody else goes through their songs. Bobby Valentino is beep, beep, beeping. Pleasure P brought out Boyfriend Number 2. And unfortunately, ladies, I was not a Sammy girl. So I just watched him. I mean, he didn't do bad, but I couldn't hum along. But that doesn't mean it wasn't a great time for the girls who care. He did take his shirt off, and 6 out of 10. I don't really like him old, but I'll look. Noodle's upset that Birdie is running back and forth. So now she's trying to tell her to sit down. But after about 10 minutes, I'm like, Ray J is not on the stage anymore, like at all. And everybody was like, where's Ray J? And I kept saying, I think he's behind the DJ booth reading the set list. Like he had no clue what songs he was supposed to be singing, what the rotation was, anything. After about 10 to 15 minutes of the other 3 of SVP going back and forth, the camera pans to the crowd. And there is Mr. Raymond Jamond with his black jumper. Arms out, sleeves tied around waist, real Six Flags mom style, singing One Wish in the crowd with his titties out. Oh my God. And I don't think he put no lotion on under that jumpsuit. And I was just like, this man has to go home. He has to go home. I'll put a clip here. Anyway, they move on. I have no clue what happened after that. Like, I literally don't remember. I feel like I need to pull up my iPad, my handy dandy notebook. I feel like Blue's Clues. Shout out to all Blue's Clues girlies, because I was definitely one of them. Where the photos? Oh, I do be hollering. Oh, I know exactly what happened after that, y'all. There's a DJ in Atlanta called Greg Street. 6 o'clock, time for Greg Street rock. Like, everybody has their local radio DJs that they know their punchlines, whatever. He did like a 10-year anniversary set, and he brought out like Project Pat, Trick Daddy, Trinidad James, and somebody else that I didn't. Uncle Luke. I think Uncle Luke. Trinidad James hit the stage first in what I believe to be a humiliating ritual or kink. Either or. He has on a red shiesty mask. Don't you worry. He is still Bobby Proud. Those little puffs outside of the shiesty mask. Okay. He sings Gold on My Chain, Gold on My Ring, nigga, nigga, nigga. Just don't believe me, just watch. Right? Name another Trinidad James song. Exactly. The whole time he's performing, there is a man in a jumpsuit as well, but it looks like a jail jumpsuit and a shiesty to mask. Of course, he's tap dancing on my nerves at this point. And I'm like, what is the point of this? It goes on for so long that the crowd is like, what is this? Finally, it's over. He only sings, Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. I think that's the name of that song. And when he leaves, everybody's like, oh, I feel like I was at a fucking middle school talent show. Glad that's over. Project Pat comes out, sings a couple songs. Can't remember what they are. Not going to think too hard about it. But let me talk to you, Project Pat. I understand that most of the time in groups of Black people like that, it is safe to assume that the girls grew up in church. The girls know a little hymn. Whether you participate in the religion these days or not, you have some foundation of religion, Christianity, Black church growing up. Like, everybody knows. Everybody has some kind of story from their childhood, or like now, if you're still aligned with religion. I am not heavily aligned with religion. See, can't even say it. I'm a spiritual girly. I do not deny the existence of the Lord and Savior. However, there's so many religions and so many protagonists. Who am I to choose one? I just support the girlies and whatever they want to do and whatever that makes them feel comfortable, safe, and protected. Okay? Me, I'm a Moonstar's grass crystal kind of girl. But Project Pack proceeds to get up there, and he tells us about his work in like prison reform. Love that, love that. And he tells everyone we need to free all the black people from jail. Hold on, buddy. Maybe not all of them. Let me read a couple files. Maybe some of them need to stay in there. And then after that, he also, I don't know if he's a preacher or if he just works closely with the church in the prison reform. He then says, let's pray. Okay. Okay, you girls, love that for you. I 9 times out of 10 am not gonna like close my eyes, get into the moment. Sorry, but I will shut up while you guys observe. That's so fine. Do what you got to do, sister. I'll be right here. He was definitely trying to call people up to the altar to come and get saved. And that's fine at your congregation, at your church home. But we are in the middle of Piedmont Park in Atlanta. It's 80 degrees outside. The girls are half naked. Everybody's smoking weed. Somebody's definitely off a bean, and everybody's a little tipsy. I don't think any of the saints are going to come forward today. So I'm like, well, this is a bit hypocritical because everybody's out here sinning in some way or another. And you just got up here and saying this dirty ass secular music, and now you want to anoint everybody. Anyway, somebody in the crowd needed to hear it that day. So shout out to them. Last, but most certainly not least, Trick Daddy comes up in that set. And he's Trick Daddy, I don't know what this world's gonna do. Y'all, please ignore what you see behind me and pretend like you don't know I work there, okay? You won't see this again. So he gets up there, and I can't remember what part of like what song this lyric is in, but I always remember this lyric. I just can't really picture the song or think of the song. But there's a line in the song where Trick Daddy says, kill that baby ain't mine. Kill that baby ain't mine. And then proceeds to tell the entire crowd, y'all going to hell. Does that not negate everything y'all were just praying for? Who am I but a sinner amongst us, So I kept my mouth closed and waited for Miss Kaylani to come out, because after they finished that set, we bum rushed to the front, babe. I'm trying to get up to Miss Kaylani Bobani. And I think that's when she came out, or either who came out after her. I did not give them about, because I have no video, no recollection of anything. So Kaylani hits the stage. We are so close to her. I know she sees me. Kaylani, tell them. But to see that beautiful woman in person, that close, she would wave at the crowd and everybody would be like this. Like she was waving directly to us. To them. She wasn't waving to them. She was waving to me, babe. I don't know why everybody kept waving back at her. She was talking to me. But then, like, as she's performing, she's like, y'all don't understand. Like an hour and a half ago, I didn't have a voice. Could have fooled me, babe, because that mic was on. And I'm vibing. I'm in the mood. You know what to do. Treat this like you. Tonight me to with you. Top 2 song by Kaylani. Probably not number 2. Would only be number 2 to Damn, I hate the alert. Yeah. I look up to my right. There's K1. What you doing here? And this was all before they posted that TikTok that K1 deleted because y'all were being weird. Kaylani, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, babe. Honestly, the only thing that stops me from giving you a 10 is because it was a short set, because you weren't a headliner. And I would have loved some choreo. That is it. That is the only thing I can take from you, sister girl. Even though you were sick, that mic, you could have fooled me. You could have never told me you couldn't talk before then. Kaylani was the only person I cared about seeing that day, but Future was the headliner that night. I'm 9 times out of 10, not for the boys. Don't really want to hear men say anything, especially in music, because you're not singing to me, you're singing to other men. But I did stay for the culture and the activities, did not feel the need to be close to, what's Future's real name? Thaddeus? Nevadius, Demon, Cash. Honestly, his last name's Cash. That should have been somewhere in his name. I probably haven't listened to anything new of Future post 2016, 17. Jumpman, These Boys On to Something might be one of the last songs I remember coming out of Future's. And maybe I'm Too Sexy, but I don't think either of those are his songs. Those are features. All up like me wanted to hear. My mama said, hit the streets and live. Got some crack in the corner, and I did what I did. All the neighbors, they don't like me. I got J's at the door. Told my grandma I don't need a bed. I'm sleeping on the floor. Got my tool in my drawer and my 2 main hoes. Me and all my woes go together like the Zoes. Say who got the yay for the low, and I keep like I'm straight out Holly Grove. Was my fingers they itch? That's all I wanted to hear. He performed for a solid 20, 25 minutes every song. I'm like, next song, if it's not itching, I'm leaving. Next song, if it's not itching, I'm leaving. He would play like 2 songs that clearly everybody wanted to hear, because everybody would pick up their phones, and that's when you would see like flashlights, people jumping around. And then he was saying 2 songs probably from an album that I've never even heard of. and the girls also didn't hear of it. So I think people really need to send out a Google form before they perform, or like let the fans approve the set list. But I did leave, and as I'm walking away, my friend texts me and says, I can hear him playing Itchin' while I'm at the MARTA station. Right, right. I hope the boys liked that. He wasn't singing to us. He was there for the boys. So that was day one. We were on a mission. Day two, we most certainly were coming to see Leon Thomas, Ari Lennox, Jasmine Sullivan, Doechii. None of those were the headliners. Ludacris and Friends were the headliners. We were like, it's going to be colder. It's going to be rainy all day. I have on leggings under my sweatpants. I have on a bodysuit, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, 2 pairs of socks, and my hair is slicked back to the gods because we're not moving. My friend Paige needed to see Leon Thomas. We wanted to see his pores. So we got there early before it got really crowded. And we got to see Marvin Sapp. Never would have made it. And we did make it. And then after Marvin Sapp came DJ D Nice, the one that was like doing the Instagram lives during COVID. They kept saying he saved us during COVID when I'm pretty sure that was a vaccine. There were a bunch of girls there who were like there to see Ari Lennox, but Ari Lennox came out in the DJ set and sang 2 songs and left. And neither of them were BMO or Shea Butter Baby or New Apartment. So the girls were pissed. They leave. We move up. Thank ya. After that, who came out? Leon Thomas. And at that point, we are close. Not to the front, but we're close. Close enough to have a good time, close enough to record him and not get anybody in front of us. It is just us and Mr. Thomas. He's singing the house down boots. He also wants everyone to know that he can play every instrument on that stage. Okay? He played the bass, he played the electric guitar, he played the drums, and he played them vocals, baby. So I give Leon Thomas 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, because I think it did turn into an instrument showcase. And I just wanted you to let the chopper sing. I just wanted you to sing the Diddy Bops. But I give you an 8. Not Diddy Bops. The main thing I remember from that is he came out in like a beanie or like a turban, and halfway through the set, he took it off, and everybody was like, woo! One girl in the crowd said, but that forehead is out though. Messy, Mr. Leon. And then after that, sister, Miss Lions, Tigers, and Bears, Miss Jasmine Sullivan. You ate that, sister. You did that. Body tea, vocals tea. She sang Girls Like Me, and she know I needed to hear. She know I needed to. And it was fun and something different. That's my shit. Right. That's my shit. And she sang the house down boots the whole time. She did like a dedication to her mom who passed away 3 years ago. It was her birthday. We all sang happy birthday. She did like a slowed down version of Lost Ones. I was crying so hard I didn't record a single moment of that song specifically. And then towards the end, she brought out Ari Lennox again to sing Sit on It. And when they sing that song and they sing it like a gospel song, it will always crack me up. It will always make me laugh. And as they're wrapping up, a girl says, like, some people in front of us are like, yeah, after Jasmine, that's about it on this stage. Yeah, sure, leave. And they leave after Jasmine. Baby, Doechii will be here in 45 minutes. We move up. I'm at the barricade, babe. We're touching the fence. But at this point, there's so many people out there, you can't sit back down. Sitting down is over. Sitting down is done. We had been out there for almost 7 hours in the rain at that point. No water, no bathroom break, no food, nothing. So I was like, this is my last great hurrah at this here One Music Fest. Doechii comes out and she does it. She is sensational. I'll drop a clip, maybe. Right. Miss Doechii. But this is going to be a public view to One Music Fest in the lighting department. Too many times in between songs, she would leave the stage and you could see her going off on them because they weren't keeping the spotlight on her. They were just flashing the lights, flash, 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 but losing her on the stage. And at one point she comes out and she was like, where are the gays? Help me. Now that. Where's the motherfucking gays at? Like, what's happening? Help me. Hey. Every woman that hit that stage that day, when I left, I was like, the main thing I took away is that I need to stop eating. Like, done. Eating? No, I'm on a liquid diet. Doechii left and I didn't even stay for Ludacris and Friends because I was so cold. I needed water. I had to pee and I was so hungry. And Paige and I decided to reward ourselves with steaks from her favorite pop-up like restaurant called So Fed. Check them out if you've never been. The menu's different every week. I think they're open from like, it's like after hours type vibe. We've been there a few times, but look it up. I don't really know what to tell you about that. And as we're eating, I was like, okay, if it was Ludacris and Friends, I'm okay not seeing Ludacris because Ludacris actually performed at UGA when we were in college at our spring game, G-Day. Hey, go Dogs and whatnot. Woof, woof, woof. So I was fine with that. But I was like, the only person he could bring out that would make me go, fuck, is Usher. So you know he came out. But he only sang Lovers and Friends, and that I can't forgive him for. Next year, Usher definitely needs to be a headliner set, and I will sit in the rain for that again. thank you, One Music Fest. My first time going, depending on the lineup next year, I'd probably be back because I paid about $300 for GA Plus. We had our own bathrooms, own entrance. And for everyone I saw and how close I was, worth it. I paid $300 to see one person before. So, right. Noodles itching in the back. So, One Music Fest, awesome. That ended Sunday. I probably went to bed at like 3 a.m. I had a 7 a.m. flight to Houston, Texas on Monday. Right. To the airport about 5:36. I fly to Houston. I'm going to AfroTech with my job. That was a lot of fun. Nothing too crazy happened there, but I was exhausted. It like reminded me that I am almost 30 and TT can't move like she used to. Like the first day of the conference, like normally I call myself and like my friends at work, truly any job I've ever been at, like the woo girls, because people always expect us to woo, like this is where we're going after the formal, sessions. We're gonna go have a couple drinks. We're gonna rah rah ree. If you work in corporate America, the girls love to turn up on a work trip. Unc couldn't do it. Unc had to go to bed. Unc ordered some food, some spam masubis, and watched Netflix and played on her iPad until she went to sleep. Woke up the next day, got to see Stacey Abrams speak. Miss Stacey, you did that. She did a session on AI and democracy.
A very determined conversation of not just democracy, but what democracy is supposed to yield. Democracy is supposed to deliver for people.
And one thing that like sticks with me from her talk that I just keep thinking about is that we either ask the right questions or live with the answers that somebody else gives us. So it just makes me think about all of the new AI stuff, all of the like laws that are coming towards us. You can either be receptive and not question anything and just accept what people are telling you, or you can have a curious mind and research things for yourself and ask the right questions and not so much let people tell you how to use AI, but figure out how it works for you and use it that way and use it safely and with great knowledge. So shout out to Stacey Abrams. So yeah, AfroTech was fun. Met a lot of cool people. Met a really hot guy that reminded me that I have such a physical type that I need to speak to a therapist about because physically, yes. Everything else, no. But I do be attracting that kind of energy, and that's toxic. So I got to figure that out. Gotta like repel that for my energy. But like, shout out to that guy. Like, you were fun. Text me. Maybe. I don't know. I might not text you back. Anyway, and then I come home and Halloween's here. I was a cute little ballerina. All of that was very last minute. I bought it all on Amazon. Right. When I got to AfroTech. And that was about it. I'll put in some like pictures, videos, things here. If there are no videos in this video, use your imagination, or like you should have followed me on Instagram. All these things were on Instagram. But yeah, and then here I am now sitting at my work laptop for 3 hours into the workday. I haven't done anything but look for wallpapers and yap to you all here. I'm gonna wrap this up right here actually, and wrap me up talking actually. But I am gonna show you all what my screensavers look like. But I won't come back after that. But I hope or hope not that y'all enjoyed this. Whatever. This is truly for myself. If any of my friends are like watching this or anybody's watching this, like give me a like, shoot me a message or some shit. If you're not watching it, whatever. I'm gonna probably watch this tomorrow. Here are my phone screens, guys. So there's Noodle and Birdie. On the inside is giving green. It's giving wicked. And then here is my laptop, Froggy on fire. And then for my iPad, we stuck with the ricker of it all. Inside's giving dance party, but almost forgot to put this in. It was the purpose of the video. So happy November. Time change. There's a full moon soon, so be on the lookout for that. Watch your sleep schedule, how you're feeling, track how you feel. Love you all. Stay black and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.